Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. In this episode of the Naval Action we will be featuring the mightiest of the mightiest, the mighty Santissima Trinidad. This ship, although I am not 100% sure, I believe it to be modeled after the Spanish ship Nuestra Señora de la Santísima Trinidad, which was a first-rate ship of the line, Spanish, with 112 guns, which was increased in 1795 to 130 guns, and around 1802 to 140 guns. So it was launched in 1769 in Havana, Cuba, and it was wrecked on 22nd of October in 1895. It had, as built, 30 guns, 36 pounders on the lower deck, 32 24-pounders on the middle deck, and 32 12-pounders on the upper deck, and quarterdeck and forecastle 18 8-pounders. So it was very heavily armed, and she was built in Havana, Cuba, but designed by an Irish naval architect Matthew Mullen. I'm really sorry for my accent. I'm probably hurting somebody's ears. Okay, however, Santissima Trinidad as the ship in the game has a total of 144 cannons and a total complement of 1050 crew, and she is a beauty. However, it is incredibly painful and slow to turn. I mean, we said Bologna was a beauty, Victory was a beast, and this one, although being the bigger beast, is turns like an aircraft carrier. So, and I consider it to be one of its main weaknesses. So as you can see, we have 17 cannons per deck, so 4 times in total, and today we are showing once again a PvP battle, as I tend to show all of my ships in PvP battles because I simply think they are more interesting and fun. We're playing the British against the French, and on the other side I believe we have some Bologna, which I'm about to give one very generous cannonade to. So yeah, first 2 of my gun decks, followed by another 2 of my gun decks, hopefully. I disabled the bottom 2, I think it was due to the range issue. And here I have this guy Strongbow, which was very eager to try and plow me. He didn't notice that I only fired 2 gun decks, so yeah, he's about to find out the painful way. So Strongbow gentlemen, I'm really sorry, but it is time for you to pay the price. So, yeah, well, 34 cannons, it's not to throw away. Especially given the fact that those are very heavy cannons, and yeah. So, and he is coming in front of me, which is disconcerting because if I crash I might lose my forecastle. So I'm trying to avoid the collision as much as I can, which I couldn't. Thanks for that. But I will be making sure that I pay my dues with a nice broadside, using my top cannons followed by my bottom cannons. Okay. Yeah, and oh yeah, those were fired by doubles. Ah, sorry, I forgot. So, no, those were balls. And he sinks. Yes. Well, still, he took out my forecastle. So, I need to pop up a repair for the sails just to get it back, which is not really nice. Okay, so now on the other side I have a hot rod in a Bologna, and I think this guy is Forex Dakin, and I think looking from here he's probably sailing the Constitution or a Trincomalee. I have really hard time at this range distinguishing between the two. Might be the Constitution, I'm not sure. It doesn't heal as much as Trincomalee. Okay, hard to port, and I'm hoping for some... On our side we have... I have my teammate also in the Constitution, so let's see. Double cannons, and I'm hoping to give a very nice 4-gun deck salute to the hot rod over here. So let's see, what can we give him? Oh, and... Well, yeah... No. This was bad. So let's see. Higher than that. Can I do anything to him? I have wasted a perfectly good broadside, but then again it was doubles, so I might need to change it to ball ammunition. Okay, and this guy Forex, thinking of here... Yeah, I forgot I had doubles there, so I changed to the ball ammunition. At this range, doubles don't do squat. So, yeah. So, okay, now with my forecastle repairs, I am a bit more maneuverable, which is good. And I'm thinking turning to starboard, because at this big of a ship, you never, and I mean never, want to go against the wind. It's just a big no-no. So, let's see, Forex Dakian, should I fire at you or not? You're a Trincomalee. Alright. Well, let's do the flag tactic, which means I just render passing broadside, and I'm hoping to get at least some hits. So, okay. By the way, I really like the design of the Santissima. It's really beautiful and a very mighty ship. However, I mean, just for historical reasons, I prefer Victory to it, but yeah. Okay, yes. I see the rest of my team are coming on my port side, which I'm kind of concerned that they might limit my possibility to turn to port, but then again, let's give another broadside to the Forex Dakian over there. And let's see if he is within my cannon's range. So I'm just trying to figure out the shooting solution for him. Oh yes. And yeah, a single broadside from a Santissima does wreak havoc on the Trincomalee. I mean, at this point I have only these two guys to worry about, so I'm thinking, well, let's give the old trinket wood chipper 101, because yeah, this hot rod is not really in my sights at the moment, and one ship taken out of commission is still one ship less to worry about. So, yes. Let's see. Hot rod. Should I turn to you or fire one more broadside at the trink? Yeah, I'm thinking my guns will get loaded soon, so might as well pass hot rod. And he is very smart. He's playing very well in terms of making sure that he is presenting only his stern to me, so that he is a small target and waiting for me to fire until he turns and tries to hurt me. So now you'll see him turning and try to do a broadside. I obviously fired only 2 decks, so I'm hoping that as soon as he turns I might be able to give him some more. And it was a little bit too high. Yeah, see, he has almost virtually no damage, which for the amount of shots I've put into him, yeah, it's an accomplishment. So nicely played, Hot Rod. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I must say, the Santissima is very... Oh dear. And he took my main mast. Oh, I must admit, nice shot. Well played. Well played indeed. Because these ships are massive hulks, and if they are dismasted, they become very terrible to steer. So I'm thinking, well, let's return the favor. At this range, I'm not sure if I can do much more, so let's see if I can dismast him in return. So I'll probably need to fire a couple of more shots, and the Trincomalee apparently repaired himself and is trying to shoot back at me. So yeah, I haven't taken it out of commission yet. It's a mistake that I hope to rectify pretty quickly. And at this range my guns are not doing too much damage, and losing my mainmast has made me a lot less maneuverable. So now I'm hesitant still to use my repair kit to repaint my sail, but then again I don't have much choice, because otherwise I will be their target practice. So yes, 2 repair kits gone just on the sails. And then he hits me again and I lose my forecast. I mean, you got to be kidding me. What is going on? And yeah, it was the Hot Rod who fired, I can tell by the smoke, so... At this point I'm just saying, okay, well, eye for an eye, pal. And another of my teammates is also firing at him, so he's smart to keep at range and trying to basically disable me as much as possible. And my repairs, well, they are improving my sails, but not by much. So yeah, now I decided there is no more point to engage at this range, so I might as well go in for the pursuit. And I will be presenting less of a target anyway. So yes. And finally, my sails at the repairs. 2 repair kits, guys. Seriously, not usually the best practice. So yeah, let's see how do we fare against them. So but I'll give it to Hot Rod. This is the game that he's playing, given the fact that he's severely outgunned very well. So now let's see if I can put some hurt on him. Trying to shoot at him and just raising the cannons, and let's see if I manage to hit his sails. Yet another broadside. I must say this was done during the Naval Action Alpha Sea Trials. It was before the actual open world hit, because my goal was clearly to get to and I was worried about the health of my enemy, because you have to take care of your enemy, keep your enemies closer. I was wondering if he would be run aground, so I was kind of hinting that he should come towards me and face me like a man. His 74 to my 144 guns, why not? Yeah, it's not the sporty thing to do. Oh, and wow, one of my teammates and I think Seamus did take out 2 of his sails. Wow, this is just awesome. A mast for a mast, eh? Beautiful shot by Seamus Corrigan, rendering this guy 2 sails down. So yeah, trying to line up my guns ever so slowly. At this range, who knows if I'll be able to do any damage. I think he's probably repairing his guns or his sails. He would be smart to do so. Let's see, I'm still trying to see if I can... And he is repairing his sails, so let's put another broadside upon him. And my broadside has taken his forward sail while his rear sail was repairing. Oh dear. I mean, in this battle, it appears that we are just changing mast for a mast, literally. Well, the good thing is that he is dismasted Hulk now, so I'm just trying to tease him like, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Apologize for my saying, but, well, it is kind of funny when you think about it. He took 2 of my masts and now he is completely dismasted. So yeah. I'm kind of hoping by the time he gets repaired I would be able to close the gap to a degree, and my frigates are closing in, which is good. Seamus over there in the Constitution, and I think the other guy is in the brig. So yeah, and there's another vagabond I think which is sailing a Trincomalee. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. So yeah, Hot Rod, I'm coming, but yeah, wait a second or an hour. Yeah, and I'm just... I haven't played much with the Santi, but I realize how slow she really is. She's really painfully slow, especially with not sails at 100%, so yeah. I don't think I would want to sail a Santissima in the open world. It's just... Yeah, and I'm just kind of teasing the guys and saying I'm blowing in my sails like everyone on my crew so we go faster, so just blow in the sails, please, guys. So yeah. Hot Rod is clearly now a worthy target practice. However, at this range it will take me a lot of time until I get there and actually be able to sink him. So yeah, but my frigates are doing a pretty adamant job of it. So yeah, let's see if I manage to get some more. Let's see if I can get battle sails so I'm more accurate, and let's see. Okay, a little bit too far. Close, but no cigar yet. And now. And this was a very nice broadside, if I do say so myself. So, yeah. So see, guys, when Santissima is even slower to steer than Victory, so here you have to really play more strategic game, which means you have to anticipate where you want to turn, when you want to turn, and where you want to, how you want to position yourself against the enemy. With the frigates and almost up to Bologna you could play a little bit more reactive, but here you really have to dictate the terms of engagement by playing very, very strategically. And then I realized that Hot Rod is not connected, so he either disconnected or or he just left the game. But still, leaving him like a valid target. We have to sink him eventually to win the match, so yeah. I don't pride myself with hitting him, but then again, what shall we do with this ship anyway? So yeah, I'm thinking now maybe I'll give the Trincomalee a little bit beating and help my brig over there, because he wouldn't be expecting it. I'm trying to maintain the element of surprise, because I always can hit Hot Rod when I come closer. So I'm thinking maybe suggesting to the Seamus to go and... yeah, I'll just use the lower 2 decks to get Hot Rod sunk. Shouldn't take too much. Probably yet another broadside and he should be done. Or at least I'm hoping, but then again, the wind is really not in my favor. I was thinking to turn into the wind, which I think it's not the best choice when you're going at 2.8 knots. It's just painfully slow. And I'll probably be going backwards. By the time I get there, he will most likely sink. Well, no matter. I have also one leak, but given the size of the ship and my pump working correctly, I don't need to be worried about that. I'm more worried about going in the reverse, but then again, this ship is so massive that it has its own inertia. So yeah, 0.2, don't go backwards, please. 0.3, and now my sails seem to be catching a whiff of the wind, which is definitely nice. Whew, yeah, this was a tough one. So Hot Rod is down, and we have that guy in the Trincomalee hopefully being able to send a cannon volley to him, and my team is shooting at somebody else, which is Sir Cloud the Shovel, whom I have completely forgotten about. And he is not to be forgotten about because he sails in a Bellona, which is a very real threat to my Santissima, so especially due to its maneuverability. So I decided to greet him with some hail of hot iron. So yeah, now he knows that I am aiming for him. And the rest of my team doing very nice, very precise shooting, and I believe that that Trincomalee sank, so that only leaves us with Sir Cloudsy Shovel, hopefully. Well, he is a big target, so that's good. I'm waiting while my cannons reload. Switching to gunnery, hoping for a quicker reload, and I might be saving my broadside as I come closer to him. Because at the point blank range, this should be devastating to him. So 2 decks ready for the firing, and I see my teammates hitting him very nicely. Somewhat accurate. Okay, and I have a little bit longer to wait, and all 4 decks, aiming shot and broadside. So yeah, wood chipper 101. Santissima, once you position it correctly, once you aim correctly, and once you land your shots, is really a beast. It is nothing yeah. It is very hard to compare it to any other ship, maybe the Victory, but then again, it truly justifies the term first rate. It's a floating battery, that's for sure. And a very deadly one. So I'm now trying to do a full turn because I want to be sailing as close to this Bellona as possible. The fact that I'm going on his towards his starboard side only means that yeah, well, I wasn't able to turn quickly, so to turn to his port side, but then again, a broadside or two should help soften him up, and I have loaded doubles for the occasion. I don't know if I will be waiting until all of my guns, I bring all of my guns to bear and until all of them get loaded. Maybe I will. I'm just trying to see. Okay, and a little bit higher. A little bit higher. There we go. And double loaded cannons, clearly doing some mess on his Bellona. So, and at this point I'm thinking just pointing my ship, taking her hard to port, and presenting my other side, which has now reloaded with the ball ammunition. And I think at front I have a 68-pound carronades, which I missed with. I know that there are some monstrosities, I don't know how big they are. So, but yeah, now let's turn towards him and give him a nice good old broadside. I'm hoping that this kind of broadside, if it lands nicely, could seal the deal. So let's see. Yeah, and ready, set, fire. Very nice, very, very nice. He's still not completely done, but yeah. It's just continuing to maneuver while keeping him in my gun ranges, and I'm turning towards the wind, so I do have the wind advantage over him, which is great, especially with the fact that with these big ships. So let's see how long will he able to withstand. The good thing is that he isn't hiding, he is just plain openly fighting us, which I admire the courage. I mean, that's for sure. His ship is way outgunned compared to mine, but still, and we are like a whole fleet of like 4 or 5 ships and he's alone, so odds are stacked way against him. So. I wanted to fire before Seamus came in my firing arc. Alright, and let's see, how are we doing? Ooh, I might have 2 more decks to fire on him. I don't expect him to be able to last much longer. This is like constant bombardment. He should be pretty much whole because we're hitting him from all sides. Once again, I had really the good fortune of having an excellent team in this match, because if you're in like this big ship, then it boils down to your team, because they have to protect your flanks, and because Bellona could easily outmaneuver me, very easily. So yeah, I'm now thinking, should I turn? But then again I see that he is sinking slowly, so I'll just turn towards him and fire off probably a final broadside and hopefully seal his fate. So yeah, he is sinking, that's for sure. So another broadside and he is cooked. Definitely, that one should seal the deal. Okay, seems like, guys, we are coming up on the end of the episode and also on the end of the series for the naval action, Ships of the Naval Action. There will be a few more coming as they come out. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.